It is 6:43 in the morning on a Tuesday in late June, and the ground beneath your hiking boots is humming. Not shaking, not yet. Humming. A low subsonic vibration that you feel in your molars before you feel it in your feet, the way a bass note from a speaker in another room passes through a wall and arrives in your chest before it arrives in your ears. You have been hiking since 5. The sun is just over the Absaroka Range. The air smells of sulfur and pine and the cold that lives at this elevation, even in summer. You stop walking. You are on the trail near Old Faithful, a mile and a half from the visitor center. Around you, the geyser basins are doing what they always do, exhaling columns of steam into the blue morning air, hissing quietly, the ground pale and crusted and warm in a way that reminds you, if you think about it, that you are standing on the roof of something. You do not think about it. You take a photograph, then the first earthquake hits. Not a tremor? A magnitude 6.1, the kind that does not ask permission. The ground moves laterally, hard and fast, and you go down on one knee without deciding to. The trees to your left are swaying in a way trees are not supposed to sway, all the same direction, like a crowd leaning away from something. A crack opens in the trail 4 feet in front of you, perhaps 2 inches wide, running perpendicular to the path, and from it comes a smell that is not sulfur exactly, but something older than sulfur, something from a depth where the vocabulary of smells runs out. This lasts 11 seconds, then it stops. You stand up, your hands are shaking. Around you, 3 other hikers are standing and looking at each other with the expression people wear when they need someone else to explain what just happened. A woman in a red jacket says, "That was big." A man with trekking poles says, "We should go back. He is already moving." What no one on that trail knows is what has been happening underground for the past 19 months. The Yellowstone magma chamber sits between 3 and 9 miles beneath the surface, a reservoir of rhyolitic magma, roughly 2,500 cubic kilometers of it, under pressure that has been building since the last major eruption 640,000 years ago. For 19 months, GPS sensors across the park have been recording accelerating ground uplift, in some places 4 inches per month. The seismograph network, which monitors over 2,000 small earthquakes per year in the caldera as routine background noise, has been logging swarms of magnitude 3 and 4 events every 48 hours. The Yellowstone Volcano Observatory issued its first elevated alert 11 days ago. You did not read the alert. You booked this trip 8 months ago. Go back to the crack in the trail. The smell coming out of it. That is carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide, venting from fissures that opened in the last 30 seconds. In sufficient concentrations, CO2 displaces oxygen in low-lying areas and kills without warning. You do not know this. You are standing 8 feet from the crack, looking at it with the focused, stupid curiosity of a person who has just seen something they cannot yet categorize as dangerous. Then the second earthquake hits. Magnitude 7.4. This one is different. This one has a sound, a deep concussive report that arrives a half second before the shaking, like the difference between lightning and thunder but reversed. The sound first and the violence after. The ground does not sway this time. It bucks. You are thrown off your feet completely. You land on your side in the thermal basin crust, and the crust cracks under you. And beneath it, the ground is warm in a way that registers in your body as wrong, before it registers in your brain as dangerous. You get up and you run. Everyone on the trail is running. You do not need to discuss which direction. Here is what is happening beneath you as you run. The pressure in the magma chamber has exceeded the tensile strength of the rock above it. Fissures are propagating upward through the crust at several meters per second. They are opening in a rough ring around the caldera's edge, the same ring that opened 640,000 years ago, and 1.3 million years ago, and 2.1 million years ago, because the Earth has a memory for weakness and returns to it. Superheated gas and magma are reaching the surface in multiple locations simultaneously. The eruption column, when it fully establishes, will rise faster than the speed of sound. In the first 60 seconds, it will reach an altitude of 15 miles. You have approximately 4 minutes before pyroclastic material begins falling in your location. You do not know that. You know the visitor center is a mile and a half away, and that you are running as fast as you have ever run, and that the woman in the red jacket is ahead of you, and the man with the trekking poles has fallen behind. The air is thickening, not with smoke, with something finer than smoke, a gray, white particulate that coats the inside of your nostrils and sits at the back of your throat with a mineral taste, the taste of pulverized rock, which is what it is. The ash cloud, when a supervolcano erupts, does not drift down like snow. It moves. It is propelled by its own density and by the pyroclastic column above it. In the areas immediately surrounding Yellowstone, ash accumulation will reach 3 feet within the first hour. 4 inches of wet volcanic ash is enough to collapse the average roof. 3 feet is enough to make the landscape unrecognizable. The ash is superheated. It ignites vegetation on contact. You are not thinking about any of this. You are thinking about your car, which is in the parking lot, which is 800 meters from the visitor center, which is a mile and a half away, which means nothing now because the road out, Highway 89, north toward Gardner, is already gridlocked with every vehicle in the park moving in the same direction. The rangers are on the radio, but the radio frequencies are overloaded. The phones stopped working 4 minutes ago when the cell tower near Madison Junction was knocked over by the first earthquake. You are alone with what you can see, which is ash falling like gray snow out of a sky that 30 minutes ago was blue, and a column of something on the southern horizon that is not a cloud. It is too dark to be a cloud. It is too fast to be a cloud. It is rotating. That column is the eruption plume, 30 miles across at its base. The pyroclastic flows, superheated gas and near molten rock moving at 400 miles per hour, are radiating outward from the caldera in all directions. 30 to 40 miles. You are inside that radius. You reach the parking lot, your car starts. You do not believe how much you feel when your car starts. You pull onto the road, traffic moves, slowly, then it stops. The ash is sticking to your windshield in a way your wipers cannot clear. The air is the color of concrete. The sky has gone. Behind you, the sound begins. Not an explosion, but a continuous roar, low and total, too large to have a single point of origin. Not a sound exactly, a pressure that sits behind your sternum. Here is what the numbers look like from the outside. The eruption produces 1,000 cubic kilometers of ash and ejecta. The force is equivalent to 1,000 Hiroshima bombs detonating every second. The climactic phase lasts between 2 and 7 days. Ash covers the continental United States as far east as the Mississippi within 72 hours. 2,000 million tons of sulfur dioxide enters the stratosphere, forms aerosols, blocks sunlight. Global temperatures drop 5 to 10 degrees. The volcanic winter lasts a decade. Fine ash reaches Europe in 3 to 4 days. You are not thinking about Europe. You are thinking about the car in front of you, which has stopped moving. You are thinking about the ash on your windshield, which is now an inch thick, which is blocking your headlights, which you turned on because it is dark. At 6:51 in the morning in late June, it is completely dark. You turn off the engine. You put your jacket over your face. You are 2 miles from the north entrance. The road is not moving. Through the ash on your window, you can see nothing. You can hear the roar. You can feel the heat, not the engine, you realize. The air outside, climbing toward temperatures your car was not built to withstand. You are a visitor from Chicago, a software engineer who took the week off because you needed to see something real. Boarding pass for Thursday, a plant that needs watering, a sister calling a number that does not ring. Here is what no documentary will tell you. Yellowstone did not erupt because the Earth is hostile. It erupted because this is what the Earth does, on a schedule measured in hundreds of thousands of years, on a clock that does not know you exist. No boardroom decision, no regulatory failure, no speed. That could have been reduced, but the inquiry that will never happen would note this. The evacuation plan assumed days of warning. It did not plan for 20 minutes. It did not plan for a gridlocked road under an inch of ash per minute. It did not plan for the gap between the people who read the alert and the people who booked 8 months ago and never checked again. 3 million people visit Yellowstone every year. On a Tuesday morning in late June, approximately 30,000 of them are inside the park. The ones who left when the alert came out are watching from Denver, from Salt Lake City, from Billings. Hotel beds, curtains open, the television saying historic, unprecedented, once in a geological age. They are the ones who read the alert. The ones who didn't are in the parking lot, in the ash, in the dark that replaced a Tuesday morning in June, a boarding pass for Thursday, a plant that needs watering, a sister calling a number that does not ring. They are not in any evacuation. They are in the car. They are still there.